Yeah, quickly, I just need to rush into talking about a player. This is a player, he started his career in Nigeria. He's by now he's 31 years of age. You know, we play together. I will say that. I know him physically, personally, and I know his coach also in Faith FC. So, and we're talking about Bright or Saji or Edomwonyi. He's 31 years of age. So, with what is happening in Super Eagles, because I know we don't qualify for World Cup 2022 and this 2026 now. So, this group of players, so any player that will play for Nigeria among them should be Victor Osimhen because he's CAF Player of the Year 2023, also nominated for this year. He has done well scoring for Nigeria. He's a striker with ambition, with passion for Nigeria. He wants to score. We know he was injured in the last game against DR Congo. So for me personally, there's a time, in my video, in the previous video I did, I tried to, commend the players for their performance, against Gabon. Both Benin Republic in Uyo, they display a very brilliant performance. No doubt about that. They are good players, fantastic lad, all of them. But as it is right now, Nigerians are clamoring. We need new challenge. We need new players. We need people that will be motivated because I believe this squad will not go to the Nations Cup and then perform because I don't see the mentality. I don't see them changing the mentality. Most of them playing the last Nations Cup. Most of them have tested the World Cup, especially the captain. Wilfred Ndidi. He tested the World Cup. He played in Russia, and also Truce Ekong. So now Eric Shell, the Nigerian Football Federation, we've seen a lot of they apologize to the Nigerian fans, the millions. So now we need a new brand of player. For me personally, and most of Nigeria, we need new players. This squad, for me, I will just choose if I bring in Victor Osimhen, if I bring in Ejuke, and Frederick Benjamin, and then which lad, and Ako Adams, these four players for me can still be in the Super Eagles. What we need, the coach should go with his technical crew. I don't know the scout that's working for Nigerian Football Federation. They should go to the Nigerian League, go to other European leagues. There are some players we know, they should just go search for players and register them for the AFCON coming up this December. Nigeria is playing, I think, 23 December. The AFCON is starting 13th of December. So we need a new squad. Late Stephen Keshi, I could remember when we won the Nations Cup in 2023. He used some home base and some foreign based players. So and Mba was one of the Sunday Mba was one of the stars that shined in that Nations Cup, scoring great goals. For us lifting the trophy against he scored against Cote d'Ivoire, and I believe we have stars in the Nigerian League. We have stars around Africa that can execute this Nations Cup. We don't need this midfield that collapsed against Congo Democratic, a midfield that play against Gabon and rise against Benin Republic that can't play against DR Congo. DR Congo qualified for the World Cup in 1974. So I don't see this reason why our players who are playing Fulham, we have Chukwueze, we have all of them, Alessio Mobi, we have all of them that cannot stand DR Congo. Let's forget about Ndidi. Tried Ndidi. I know an error can occur. He tried to use his right to stop that pull out, and then he could have used his left leg, maybe slip to go on the ground with left, and then the goalkeeper could rush and pick the ball or kick the ball. So we need new legs, fresh legs, people that can play in the Nations Cup. That's what Nigeria need presently. It's not about joking. We don't need to pamper players. They could not qualify 2022, 2026. So why are we using them for the Nations Cup? Even if it's close. Today is what? This is November. So we can arrange a new team. I just like the way French do their own stuff, like French national football team. At times they go for some players you don't even expect. They just use them, they introduce them to the fray, and they play football. So we need a new challenge. If we take these players to the Nations Cup, bet me we will not go anywhere. Eric Shell, you have to look for the players, you have to discover those names I gave you. Frederick Benjamin, If you want, you can put Wilfred Ndidi can be in the team, to motivate the young ones. Where then Ejuke is still available. Ako Adams and Victor Osimhen. These are players that can give Nigeria a result. If we go with all those players, Semi Ajayi, all those guys, I mean, Nigeria will be mess in the Nations Cup. Bet me. So the Nigerian Football Federation should do something right now. Get some players ready for the AFCON. Get, whether it's home base, use them. Get any age, whether 30, 25, just players that can defend that Nigerian jersey, you know, players that can be loyal, to commitment, and play in the Nations Cup. Let's try them. So we don't have to try all these players. They will not be motivated to play in the Nations Cup. If you bring them in, I don't know why, maybe the NFF, if they can't decide, I think this is the high time, Nigerian football need to change. So, and this player I'm talking about, he has played under 23, for under 23, they invited him one time. I'm surprised he never played Super Eagles up to date. He's 31 years of age, currently playing for a Hungarian club in Urigi Hazar Spartakos in Hungary. That is talking about Bright or Saji or Edomwonyi. This is a striker. He could play in the Nations Cup. He should be invited to the Nations Cup. Bright or Saji or Edomwonyi should come to the team. He should play in the Nations Cup. He's a 1.7 meter, 6 feet 2 inches, from Edo State. He started his career, with a club known as Rock Football Academy, and then Faith Football Club, which I know him personally. He should. I don't know the criteria for some strikers to play for Nigeria. He's equivalent, to all the strikers we have. He's doing well.